Today we're going to be adding decimals. So I want to teach you 3 different methods that will help us to add decimals. I want to show you the first one. We have a hundreds grid, we have a place value chart, and then our final one is our traditional method. These are 3 very effective ways that are going to help us to add our decimals. Now, our first problem shows that we're going to be adding 2 and 39 hundredths plus 56 hundredths. So when we use our hundredths grid, we're going to use 2 different color highlighters to shade in our amounts here. Our first one is 2 whole numbers right there, okay? So this is our ones place value. So we're basically going to have to highlight 2 full hundred grids, okay? Because whenever you shade the whole thing, it'll be one whole. So I'm going to shade in our first 100 grid. And this is going to be a hole there. And we're going to need a shade in our next one. And this is our hole. So we have 2 whole 100 grids shaded, completely shaded. Now we have 3 tenths. So we're going to have to shade in 3 columns. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Now we have 9 hundredths. So we just need to shade in 9 individual squares. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, next part, we're going to be adding 56 hundredths to this. So we have 5 that are in the tenths place. So we'll need to shade in 5 of these columns. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we have 6 ones. I'm sorry, 6 hundredths. So we're only gonna shade 6 individual squares. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. All right. Now let's add it all up. So we said that we have 2 holes here. Okay. Now let's count and see how many tenths we have. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now this one does not count because it's not shaded all the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8 of these. Oh, there's 8. Now let's count our squares, our individual squares. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 of the hundredths. We have 8 of the tenths. And we have 2 of the ones. All right. So now we're wanting to add this. We're going to place our 5 down here at the bottom. Now, because we can't have two digits in the same place value, we're going to have to carry that 1 and give it to the neighbor, which is it's going to be our 10th place there. So we're going to take out that 5 and give it to the neighbor there. So we have 8 plus 1 more is 9. And our decimal. Then we have our 2, which is our ones. So our final answer is 2 and 95/100ths. All right, now we're going to change the method to our place value. So we have a 2 in the ones. We have a 3 in the tenths. We have a 9 in the hundredths. And we're adding 2 and 39/100ths to 56/100ths. So we don't have anything in our ones. We have 5 in our tenths, and we have 6 in our hundredths. Okay, so 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry our 1 up here to our tenths place. So 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. And then we have 2 plus 0 is 2. So our final answer is still 2 and 95/100ths. Okay, now our traditional method. When we're adding decimals, we always have to make sure that we line up our decimals. Okay, it's either that rule applies for adding or subtracting. So let's put in our numbers. 2 and 39/100ths plus 56/100ths. And I like to put a 0 there in the ones because I know that we don't have any ones, so I like to put a 0 there. You don't have to if you don't want to. So 9 plus 6 is 15. We carry our 1. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. Bring down our decimal. Then 2 plus 0 is 2. So again, our final answer is still 2 and 95/100ths.